Xbox, powered by Plutoni, your friend.
Whatever. I liked the Xbox, the power on sequence.
Oh wow, I have not said this. I don't think any Xbox games actually use this clock. I think it's really just for the menus.
It's just for the menu thing. Remember, this was that generation was like the tail end of game consoles only doing game console stuff before they became media. Yeah.
Today is the 27th, right?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
For another 5 hours at least.
Alright. So today we are playing a game that I have never played before.
Awesome. This certainly won't end in tragedy and ridiculousness.
Absolutely not. Today we are playing a game called Voodoo Vince. I know it is a platformer, and I know that it is an Xbox exclusive. Everything else I know nothing about. But I will give you guys a fun fact. Phil Spencer went on record and said that this is his favorite game that he's worked on.
Phil Spencer being...
Phil Spencer is the new head of Xbox.
Oh, okay.
He used to be the head of the game division, he is now the head of Xbox, which honestly was probably the best choice they could have made.
So any reasons Xbox sucks now is because of him.
Yes. And honestly, I think he's made some pretty good decisions. As far as, like, Xbox is concerned. Not Microsoft, just the Xbox alone.
Was that logo literally a person whipping children?
Looked more like a spaceman whipping children.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
Oh, this happened to me all the damn time with my Xbox way back in the day. We'd rent something from Blockbuster and the disc would be all screwed up. And so, as a result, I never got to play such, like, Xbox exclusives like KOTOR until much later when they came to the PC.
I really hope that this disc works.
Well, give it a good go wash it off.
I wiped it on my shirt.
You could do a little bit more than that.
Have you been using it as a coaster again?
No.
Playing Frisbee with the dog?
I have not taken this disc out of the box since I got it at MomoCon.
Oh, so it has con crud all over it. No wonder it doesn't work.
The disc is sick. As the conitis.
Enjoy this image of a highly deformed man.
There we go.
The McMahon story.
The Big Man story? Created by Clayton...
Vince McMahon.
Developed by Beep Industries, which I don't think exists anymore.
Nope. I'd never heard of them.
Okay, my voice is coming through now.
Yep.
Press start. I will be a rebel and press A.
In an old city, in an old neighborhood, you will find my voodoo shop.
Oh, nice. Sakura's narrating.
I help people. Sometimes I give advice. Sometimes I just listen. Every now and then, I use Vince, my third best voodoo doll. Power always
Well, who's the
attracts
best?
those who shouldn't have it. People like Cosmo the Inscrutable. He tried and
his
failed.
sidekick
Well, if
Wanda.
someone named himself something the Inscrutable, he probably didn't have a head straight on his shoulders anyway.
He's probably not the nicest guy.
It's like naming your child McNasty.
Cosmo's goons had no idea what they were about to unleash.
Oh god.
Had to stop those idiots. So, It's Cosmos.
Ah.
Can't you steal the secret of my
This is
Zona
Pixar's best work
Rosa?
ever.
Not what you're dealing with.
Whoa.
There is
Whoa.
great danger of. But I
Waste.
Too late.
This is what Brave looked like before it was rendered. Little known fact.
I was trapped and on
The
my
Jerky
way
Boys
to
committed a kidnapping.
the zombie dust
I'm so glad she was unconscious and was able to know all this anyway.
She's
See,
magic.
you know, Star.
Yet I could also sense a new mind in contact with my own. It was Vince. The zombie dust had brought him to life. An unlikely hero, to be sure. But only Vince can help me now.
I'm a real boy!
I'm a hideous abomination. I shouldn't exist.
Oh God! Please kill me! I shouldn't exist! I shouldn't exist! Murder me!
Where's the trash compactor?
Burn me!
Your creator. Find me before it's too late. I am in the clutches of Cosmo the Inscrutable. Remember.
Wow, the sequel to 9 is looking pretty dark.
Dangerous things will not hurt you. Just beware of
That was such a weird movie.
Cosmo and his monsters can do you great harm. Gather all the zombie dust you can. Defeat all the monsters you can. I will try to help through the
Yeah, that's not something I want to see staring at me from the foot of the bed in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Okay then. I guess I'll go save you, lady I've never met.
I am an instrument of torture, but hell, I'll help you.
Press X to punch. Okay. Controls are actually pretty good. Okay, I can stand in water.
Okay, that doesn't kill you.
This chair is invincible.
As are most chairs.
That trash can is also invincible. I can do a double jump. This mirror does nothing. I have peach powers.
The weird art style kind of has a real Psychonauts vibe to it.
Yeah, it kind of does. Now I'm Crash Bandicoot.
I think they were just recycling old moves from other games in order to make this to work.
Okay, that probably is gonna bite my ass later. Cause, look, I go back when I do the headbutt. I'm learning, I am not DSP.
The hell does it explode into?
It explodes into magic, Grey.
Oh, well, of course.
Look for more of these. This is a voodoo icon. Each voodoo
It comes from DMC4.
Your voodoo powers are the best way to destroy many monsters at once. Take this one now, and you...
I'm dead now, goodbye.
I feel all glowy.
I feel minty fresh.
I feel powerful. Evil
Well, now I have a refreshing mint flavor.
Now they have all been disinfected.
Monsters contain magic beads. Gather them to see your true power.
Dude, that monster smell.
So how does this help him chase down the truck?
I don't know.
What the hell?
Oh, that's a Muppet!
Incoming message from the big giant head.
Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror!
Behold the future.
Rangers, Rita is causing trouble again!
Who put Listerine in my tube?
Who broke my projector?
Did we really need subtitles for ha 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 ha?
Yes. How dare you question it?
He's like,
Even the
what is
doll
this?
acknowledges it.
Yeah, even Vince is like, what the fuck is this shit?
To think a mere pile of cloth and thread can defeat the likes of me. Hey, boss, where's the pickles? How are you? What are you doing in my evil vision? I'm just making a sandwich. For crying out loud! Be gone, minion!
Because that's how that works.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Fool!
Fool!
You hope to save Madame Charmaine when you face awesome power like... Hey! Why are you looking at me like that? What
He's just had enough of your shit.
What happened?
Never mess with a voodoo doll, Poindexter. Freaking idiot.
Oh,
Trying to be
edgy.
on like this. Might as well get
Oh,
this
snap.
on the road, though. Can't believe they want to
No, you didn't.
doll to go be a hero. Became some other perfect
He's a hard-talking, hard-drinking voodoo doll on the edge who doesn't play by the rules.
God damn it, Mason, you stole my joke! Plants are invincible.
The dust bags have good mojo. Every 100 expands your health meter.
Okay, so what does that mean? Does that mean I get an extra life, or does it mean... Oh, that's what it means.
Get another super attack.
No, it means more health.
Oh, is that what it is?
I'm liking this. I'm actually really liking this game.
Maybe you should get out of the tutorial area before you start making judgments.
Yeah, good
Action
point.
pads like this one allow you to do special things.
I hear a dog.
Oh,
You just form a blender?
apparently so.
I'm okay.
So, being ground up kills enemies, but if the enemies actually attack me, that's somehow bad. I don't understand this.
As long as the harm is self-inflicted, you know, you're a voodoo doll.
Okay, I guess that makes some sense.
Oh, I'm a lightweight.
You have a ground pound?
Some action pads require a special item to work properly.
There's like a portal puzzle. You have to drop something on top of that piston.
Death in your strength, Vince. Pressing Y can
Oh,
make you
okay.
lift some objects.
Now you're thinking with voodoo.
Well done.
No.
Press
Now
Y
you're thinking
again
with
to
voodoo.
drop whatever you carry.
He just took off his eye and bounced it, and that's the victory dance.
Just like in the NFL.
Come on, man. Is this really any stranger than, you know, I don't know.
The NFL is clearly
Banjo-Kazooie?
the best anime.
Loading.
Still with us, little doll? Most impressive. But you'll never make it past.
Nice fez.
Bank of Doom.
Hey, Fizz is a cruel man. Bring me the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West!
Well, there you go.
This must be the laziest monster ever. First thing I gotta do is wake him up if I want to get past.
No, I've played Conquer. I've seen lazier. I wonder if there's fall damage in this game. There is not!
I mean, you're a doll. Made of rags and thread.
And bad intentions.
And evil! Okay, maybe not that, but...
Caribbean Evo.
Ooh!
I'm docking points because the collectibles don't gravitate towards you after they fly out of enemies.
Extra points for angles.
Look at that fat ass.
The Roadrunner would be proud.
You want a dreidel.
Time for a dirt nap.
Oh, voodoo dolls can't swim. I guess I should put them in, I guess I should put them in the same group as hedgehogs. See, the power-ups are gravitating towards me, Mason.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't paying attention.
These hearts will bring you back if you should perish. Each heart gives you an extra life.
So, heart equals life preserver. So what equals heart?
Potatoes, obviously.
You've seen JonTron. Have you guys ever seen JonTron?
Yeah.
Okay, who hasn't seen JonTron at this point? Let's be honest.
True.
He's basically this generation's James Rolfe.
Kinda.
I would even say that given a couple years and a little more content, he could possibly even be better.
And maybe it's just me, but I feel like James's like output has just been really kind of lackluster.
Yeah, it's
ever since after he put out his movie, which I just did not care for.
Yeah, James has been kind of like The Simpsons lately. The older stuff is good, but the newer stuff, eh.
I've actually liked it. It's not bad. He doesn't come out as often because he's doing like 20 things at once now.
Well, it's not about quantity. It's, I don't know. It's just maybe it's just because he kind of started a kind of critical revolution on the internet, but
Right.
it just, I've seen the stuff. The stuff he was doing at the time was like really crazy and insightful. But nowadays it's like, I mean, okay, I'll still watch it, but there are better options.
For me, it was always about the nostalgic value of seeing the old Atari games being ripped on. Because I remember it was the same tech and the same gear that I grew up with, so it was nice seeing his take on all of it and him tearing it apart for how lousy it was at the time. And him reminding me of old systems, like the old ColecoVisions and things like that. Like,
And how big the
playing with
freaking
those.
thing was.
the nostalgic value goes a long way for it, which is one of the reasons I'm not that much of a big fan of Nostalgia Critic now. I mean, he's still good.
Like,
He just doesn't do that many nostalgic-y things.
yeah, like, what kind of broke the deal with me was that he started doing stuff that was still in theaters even after he said that was going to be, like, one of the new self-imposed rules, because at first it was kind of refreshing to have him do, like, newer movies, but that novelty kind of wears off after a while.
Well, here's the thing with that. You know, I'm actually of the opinion that his stuff actually got better once he started incorporating, more stuff into his reviews instead of just, I'm gonna rip on this movie and talk about what happens in it and whatever. You know, not that stuff was bad, but the style has evolved.
Oh yeah, it's always going to evolve. It's never going to stay exactly the same. I wouldn't expect it to.
Yeah, not even Matt and Dusty stayed the same.
Right.
I mean, like, the visuals did, but that was really more of, like, consistency than anything else.
He's very creative, he's very funny, and I'll give him that. I mean, he's very good at what he does. Just would like to see more nostalgic stuff.
Yeah, like...
Well, the thing is that stuff... The thing is with that stuff is that it's kind of a...
Or is it just me?
It's kind of a limit, it's a limited well. Even though, we like to think of our childhoods as infinite, with all kinds of terrible stuff, and yes, fine, there's a ton of stuff, that's awful that he hasn't touched, but, he'll get to it, I'm sure. But also doing stuff that's still in theaters or whatever, think about it. The guy obviously loves what he does, but it's a business. And what is the first rule of being in business? What's a business there for?
It's there to make money.
It's to make money. But at the
same time, you don't see Disney making R-rated films.
Well, no, because they do that. They just don't release it under the Disney banner.
Exactly.
But the thing is, so it makes sense that he sits there and talks about Star Wars and Jurassic World and whatever while those movies are still in theaters, or far more recently than he would, because they're in the popular consciousness. People are far more likely to watch a review of something they recently saw than something they haven't heard of or haven't seen in quite a while, even though kind of by the definition of the guy who's talking about it, it should be stuff that's older. That doesn't really matter.
I remember a while ago he mentioned that he wasn't going to be doing as many nostalgic things because he said if he never watched it growing up, he can't review it.
Right.
That makes sense because he didn't grow up watching any of the current movies that he's reviewing now, but he's still reviewing them even though he didn't grow up with them. I mean, you can still review stuff from the 70s, 80s, 90s that you didn't watch growing up, but you still watch it now, and a review is someone just coming into it cold and saying, what the hell am I watching?
Right, but that's the point, though, is a lot of this, I believe the initial conception for...
I died.
Don't do that. I believe the initial conception for what he's doing is, I want to see if the stuff I watched when I was younger still holds up, and shockingly, a lot of it doesn't.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's the point. But again, he had to broaden out because that's a limited well.
Well, yeah, of course a lot of the stuff I grew up with didn't hold up well. Do you remember that Disney stream we did?
These are skull pages.
Oh, with the Disney game?
Yeah.
Oh, how bad that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Donald Duck one is... I don't know, how did you feel watching that Donald Duck one?
Donald Duck, what you did, what,
Going Quackers.
Or going Quackers?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that one.
I think that was right when you came in.
Really? I
think I saw you in the chat during Bug's Life, and then...
The Bugs Life one I remember, because that one was just a stone cold nightmare.
Even as a kid, I hated that game.
But we played it because that's all we had.
We could have been friends.
Well, at this point, I'm realizing that I played it because at the time I didn't really know better.
There's that too.
And the games that were actually good were rated M.
I didn't really play too much licensed stuff throughout my childhood. And the few licensed things I did play, you know, if I hung on to them for more than a few days, they were obviously pretty good. Like when I got my Game Boy, one of the first games I got for it was the Toy Story game, and that game was super fucking difficult. Like, holy shit, was that game hard.
I never played on Game Boy once.
Huh?
I only played on a Game Boy once, and that was in the mid-2000s. I think it was just Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris was...
Everyone played Tetris on Game Boys. Except me, because I got into, like, the Game Boy really late.
I believe Aaron and I got our Game Boys 1996? 1997, maybe?
Nice.
Growing up for me, it was the Atari 2600, Tiger Electric Games.
Oh my god, the Tiger games, they were so bad!
We had one that was a sports game, generic sports game. It was shaped like a little stadium. And if you want to play basketball, you would have to take this plastic insert that had the center of it clear and the rest of it was red. And you would slide that into the thing and it would make basketball court shape on an all-black screen with little red diodes. I don't even think they were LEDs. It was just little
my dad had a football version of that.
Yeah, football was one of them too. You just slide out the basketball and you put in the blue card, and that's football. And you like flip the switch on the side so it knows which game it is, and it's just like red diodes that just glow on the screen. It's the most basic game that you could possibly get, other than Pong, and that's what we had for the longest time, till I don't know, late '90s when my brother finally got a Sega.
See, when we were growing up, my father was very adamant no video games in the house. Because you want to go to your friend's house and play them, that's fine, I can't stop you. Or, you know, I'm not having that garbage in my house.
Right.
Which is, you know, which it kind of explains why I'm, you know, so much of a PC guy today. Because, you know, the electronics we did have in the house, I was the only one who knew how to use them.
Yes.
And then when we did...
It does give you an education on how to work electronics more than the previous generation.
Hey, you know what? Someone had to know. I had... And I already hated the sun anyway, so... I wasn't really losing anything. We did finally get...
a couple of gas tanks.
Good for you.
To two nicer guys.
Arson is fun.
I believe it's only arson if you can prove malicious intent.
Blood, Rip. Just wait till I get back on my feet. I'm gonna kick your
Oh, he's dead.
My parents actually played the SNES when my mom was pregnant with me, which is probably why I have such a fondness for Link to the Past, because that and Mario World were two games that my parents were playing when I was in the room. And
The story checks out.
And funny enough, I still have those cartridges.
We had the Commodore 64. That was our first real computer. And there were plenty of games on that, but They were all very, very basic games.
Oh.
You know, graphics were very, very simplistic.
The Doyle's rule! The Doyle's rule!
I'm sorry. Speak up, I can't hear you.
That was unnecessary.
Well, steamrollers, is there anything you can't do?
Steamrollers can't love.
Can't go higher than 5 miles an hour.
Attach
Oh my
rockets.
god, I just remembered that scene from Austin Powers.
That jazz man holds the key to this large square.
Oh, yeah, that one.
You will require something.
No!
Hey, between that and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, those are like the steamroller scenes.
Don't forget the Stephen King one.
Steven, nope, that was Killdozer.
What?
Yeah, the one from, what was the name of that Stephen King? Overdrive?
Maximum Overdrive. Okay,
Maximum
yes.
Right,
Yes,
where the
fine.
kid gets run over by the steamroller.
I'm sorry, these bugs are pooping on me.
Another example of Stephen King sucking.
I had no
Still,
idea.
though.
I had no idea Stephen King was that messed up.
He's always
Still
been
though,
messed up.
Killdozer. That's just fun to say.
Killdozer, Killdozer, Killdozer.
Didn't a metal band call themselves Killdozer?
Dude, Killdozer actually sounds like a pretty fucking metal name.
Yes.
I mean, it's pretty metal. It's not Austrian Death Machine.
Austria, that is an awesome one.
You know what? Let's play a game. Let's come up with, like, awesome metal band names.
I've been preparing for this moment my entire life.
Ooh, shiny.
And my mind's blank.
Red Brown.
Okay, only rule. You can't name stuff that's already existing.
Nice, horsey. I didn't know statues.
Ballistic anchovies.
Smashing printers.
The bloodthirsty carnies.
Psychotronic deltoids.
Flaming bull weevils.
Exploding pancreases.
Trump's hair.
Hillary's emails.
It's a band that just totally lies to you. All it does is play folk music.
Well, no, what happens is that their entire album leaks.
And when it doesn't do well, it blames an internet video.
And then people only see it because it has, like, a female frontrunner.
You know, this is a band name that sounds like it should be a metal one, but it's not. Called Llamasaurus.
I'll give you that one.
Which is actually a really good band, but it's more of, like alternative folk, I guess you could call it.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at the manual. What do the skull pages do again? Are they just like a random collectible? Do they actually do something? I'd ask you guys, but clearly none of us are paying attention to the actual game at hand.
Oh, is that what those blue things were? They look like little bottles of bleach on the screen.
That's the health.
Drink bleach for health.
The Cult of the Compact Disc.
Oh, okay. The pages reveal power skulls, which basically fill up that purple skull. So, really, they're not too important right now.
Well, there you go. Power Skull.
Power Skull.
Power skull! Oh, wait, what's that? Is that an item? Can I pick that up? I can pick that up!
What is it?
It's an apple.
That makes you bark.
No!
Into the abyss of Listerine.
Still here?
I have to go all the way back up there to get that.
Use more skill.
Remember, maximum effort.
Maximum effort, minimum results. Welcome to Neon Cabaret.
Move correctly. Do not die.
Thanks for the advice.
Make no mistakes for great victory.
For great justice.
Open from noon to 3 p.m.
Victory through air
Kung
power.
Fu movies for the price of 3. Open from noon to 3 p.m.
Hate turbine.
2 Kung Fu movies for the price of 3.
Oh, this... Oh, this is level select.
You unlock the map?
I wonder what the view is like from that clock tower.
Was it like fast travel?
Yeah, it's... lets you travel between the different areas.
Costume ball, 5 to 8 p.m. Cash prizes. Costume required. Pawn shop, open from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. These guys get up pretty early.
Frogs really do not like you.
Frogs are the natural predators of
I don't know, maybe...
reanimated
Can I
voodoo
kill
dolls.
their
Everybody
family or
knows that.
something? Yeah, I got my disguise.
Costume ball.
Is that just so you can get into the party?
Cash prizes.
Yeah.
Costume required.
Oh, it fell off.
No, I took it off. Uh-oh.
Double uh-oh.
The cutscene happened when I was right above the pit.
Oh, dick move, game.
Very dick move.
Open from noon to 3 p.m. 2 Kung Fu movies for the price of 3.
You lose a turn because screw you.
Excuse me, pal. I'm looking for someone. Tall lady, magical type, tied up. See her?
Museums got many uses.
Dog.
Have yours. Who knows? Let you hear a song.
A song? Isn't this a science museum?
Hey, this is the Big Easy. Come on. Somebody to join you.
Okay, so we need that trumpet from the pawn shop. But it doesn't open until like 8 or 11.
I suppose breaking in isn't an option.
Oh, there's stuff down there.
It doesn't let you jump in. There we go.
Soccer, quiet!
His name is Soccer.
Soccer.
Her name is Sokka.
You named your dog Soccer.
Yes, I did. Because I'm awesome. Hey!
Hey, I named my dog Dick. Hey, we named our dog Dixie, so. And another dog Dasher, so. And now the question, can I make it over there without dying? Answers point to yes. Okay, where am I now?
At home playing a game.
That leads nowhere.
Okay. Reminds me of Adventure, going through all the different labyrinths in there.
Yeah, it kinda does.
Pawn shop. Open from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. These guys get up pretty early. Costume 5 to 8 p.m. Cash prizes. Costume required. I'm no scientist, but that clock must have something to do with time.
Very good.
Alright, Vince, let's try your idea.
What was that?
Go up to the clock tower.
And just mess with it?
Yeah.
And die.
Yeah.
He looks so thrilled. Voodoo Vince, this is what you're doing with your life.
Well, to be fair, I've never played this before.
Well, you're doing better than I would have.
But that's because that's because I grew up playing so many platformers. You're talking to someone who grew up playing Crash, Spyro, Mario, pretty much all the big 3D platformers of like the 90s.
We have one Spyro here. Which one's the one we have?
Oh, you have Spyro?
We have one of them here.
Oh, wow. That's actually more than I expected you to have.
Let's see, what is this one? It is The Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon.
Oh.
Must have been one of the ones,
It was the last of the trilogy of Dawn of the Dragon. I actually have all 3 Legend of Spyro games, and I plan on doing them in order. Because I'm able to beat those games in a couple of hours.
Yeah, I think we got about as far as, well, as them being chained together and having to fight together.
Well, I've never played that one, so I've beaten the other 2. So I guess I'm gonna go into that blind. Now the question is, how do I get to the clock tower? Oh, that's how. Woo!
Costume ball, 5 to 8 p.m. cash prizes.
Oh, you're kidding me!
Totally not kidding. Actual footage.
I was a minute off! In the meantime, let's think of more really metal band names.
Calcium Overload. Chunk.
Here we go. I found metalbandnamegenerator.com.
Of course, there's a generator for everything. What is it called?
Alright. Okay, so you got Hate Shadow,
Eight
Chaotic
Shadow?
Chaos,
Eight Shadow Chaos.
Carnal Surface,
Did fake money.
Divine Cadaver, Haunted Death,
Ooh.
Terminal Insanity. I really like that one. Dire Cross, Northern Titan.
Northern Titan?
Mm-hmm. Crimson Desolation.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm kind of jealous of that one.
Wounded Midwinter.
Nice.
Nice.
Thy Mantra.
By Mantra?
Thy Mantra.
Thy Mantra.
Uh-huh.
Viva Thy Mantra.
Weeping Sins.
While my sins gently weep, I butchered that.
This one just says hate death.
We hate death a lot.
Unholy Pit.
Unholy Pit.
Feast of Death.
Delicious.
Draconian Doom.
I want our next military operation to be called that.
What?
Draconian Doom Operation Draconian Doom.
Draconian Doom Operation?
And it's going to be like a relief mission where we're just delivering just rice or just something very peaceful and nothing going on.
Dude,
man.
We're going to
I
be helping
actually
these
want-
people in Operation Draconian Doom.
This website is fucking rad. I got Screams of Skulls, Eternal Slaughter, Ancient Terror. Oh, it's Gore Season.
Gore Season.
Gore Season.
Wabbit Season.
Satanic Slaughter, Deeds of Blood, Master of
Oh,
Tomb.
guys, look. This guy's changing behind it.
Oh.
That's actually a pretty neat little detail.
Enthroned Sanity. Acid Winter.
Scent of God. Eh, God needs to take a shower.
What
Vengeful
would God
Casket.
smell like?
This ought to be good for something.
Oh, here we go. Satanic Tranquility.
Ah, the satanic backwards messages are so peaceful, aren't they?
That's
Astral Scorn.
I like that one.
Astral Scorn.
Weeping Carnage.
Bloody Flames.
Supreme Insanity.
This is exactly how it looks. ... And winter.
And winter.
Just ellipses and winter.
Man, good thing I don't have a nose, 'cause
Ooh, Decapitated God.
Ooh, good one.
Quit your day.
Flesh Oath.
Terminal Mantra.
Corroded Mass.
Undead Carnage.
Nuclear Anger.
Obscure Lobotomy.
Medieval Surface.
The Sanity. That's a shitty
Lord of Jesus.
Okay, there has to be some way to make my playing better.
You just gotta use some Nordic anger.
To 3 p.m. Two
Eminent
kung fu
Cannibal.
movies for the price of 3.
Bestial Era.
Goat Sins.
Oh,
Astral Flesh.
the Undertale fans are gonna have a field day with like Goatsons.
This one's on just the castle.
Ooh, I roll to make a corroded attack for 9 damage.
The
Says-
Era. Dead Sins.
Master of Pit. That sounds like a badly translated horror movie.
Yet again. ... and Tomb. Opened Candle.
Dark Sphere.
Obscure Crown.
Ellipses and Burial.
Wait, what is-
Acid Cadaver.
Oh, that's
Metal Primordial.
Hey guys, is that what tomatoes look like?
That looks more like a habanero.
It looks like a pomegranate.
Well, whatever it is, I think we can use this in the movie theater.
Well, if it's a tomato, I guess you throw it at the people on stage.
No. Oh, guys, watch out for that vulgar Satan.
That didn't work.
Demonic Goat.
Iron Sins.
Iron
Carpathian
Sins.
Slime.
Hate Candle.
Hate Candle.
Pestilential Remains.
Get yourself a horn. Then we'll see if you're ready to play.
Deeds of Winter.
Carpathian Coffin.
Acid Thorns.
You got to get yourself some practice.
Brutal Tranquility.
This looks
Goat
educational.
Season.
Open from 8
Duck
to
season.
11 p.m.
Decapitated Tomb.
Sober Chaos.
Not just a hound, a vulgar hound.
Is the dog like screaming horrible obscenities at you?
It's pretty much Andrew Dice Clay if he was a dog.
Oh, brilliant idea for a band name. It's not even not even a name. It's just a picture of like a bloody skull.
Bloody Skulls is literally #1 on my recent refresh.
For me, it's Bloody Sins.
Bloody
Terminal
Sins.
Lobotomy.
You know, some of these sound like they're good metal band names, but some of them sound like Castlevania game names. Which I bet dollars to dollars is actually also has a generator. Let's see.
Sober Slime.
Maybe this is where you use whatever this is.
Nope, this totally exists. I was right.
Whoa, tough room.
What does?
Castlevania game name generator.
Oh, come
Looks like they
on.
want something.
Castlevania
seriously?
Curse of Agony. Nocturne of Deceit. Madrigal of Doom.
Okay, there has to be another item around
Are
here.
you freaking kidding me? Just, alright, I figured, alright, let me look for something that's a generator that can't possibly exist.
Okay.
I looked up chili name generator.
And?
I found multiple results.
Huh. Oh, well. Oh.
Nice to be back.
Please tell me that didn't reset everything.
Will you just lost all your stuff?
We could have been friends.
I'm not sure. I'm getting a very Spyro vibe from this music.
Hmm.
Oh, that worked! Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait, you didn't see that, right?
So do I stick this trumpet up the horse's butt? What do I do with this? Oh, that was close. Oh, so that's how you're supposed to get up here.
I gotta say, I like the art style of this game. It's got a nice cartoony look to it.
Yeah, like, I'll admit, like, even for, like, other than, like, the humans, this is actually pretty damn good for 2003. If only I knew what I was supposed to be doing!
That would help, yes.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go what? Did you find more badass rockstar names?
No, something legitimately terrible. So did you guys hear about a week or so ago, a Los Angeles hospital basically got a ransomware virus on their network and decided that the simplest way to deal with it was just to cough up the $17,000 it was holding their stuff hostage for.
What happened?
This happened!
Man, good thing I don't have a nose.
And it bugs me to my very core. So...
It wasn't Anonymous who did it, was it?
No, it's... Okay, so people just can pick up these stupid ransomware viruses by just being unsafe on the internet and being idiots. This is why, you know, some people should not be allowed on the internet.
Yeah.
So, you can just pick this up, and I've gotten calls from people saying, Mason, it says the FBI is seizing my computer. Like, the FBI doesn't give a shit what the hell's on your computer.
Well, the CIA does, but that's
nobody. Here's the thing: even if they do, they're not gonna sit there and loudly proclaim, "Oh, hey, if you want access to your files again, give us X amount of money." So I've had to be the unfortunate bearer of bad news. That people are like, "Well, you fucked up. You're gonna have to wipe out all of your files in order to get rid of this infection." And obviously, a hospital can't do that. So I guess their decision of making this choice was understandable, but apparently this is happening again. So that was the Los Angeles hospital. Now it's the Los Angeles County Health Department. They are also under ransomware.
That's just terrible.
Everything is awful.
Looks like they want something I don't have.
Like, is it really so difficult to not open an email that you don't know what it's from? Especially on your work email, on your work computer? Is that so damn difficult?
Open from noon to
Yeah, if I don't recognize an email from somebody, it just goes straight to junk.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have time to deal with you. Go away.
I mean, learning to avoid social engineering and this sort of stuff should be part of every business's training, since, you know, we live in the 21st fucking century.
Right.
It just bugs me to my rotten candy-coated core.
Like, why can't people just not click on these things?
Because you're expecting people to be smart.
The words exist for a reason.
We've had people at my workplace who will just open emails from people they don't know. They will launch attachments thinking that it's official. Just not thinking, it's just automatically just do it. And then the computers crash up.
Okay, people who do that, two things should happen. A, they're automatically fired. And B, they're fined for any damage that their idiocy causes the system due to their stupidity.
You guys do know that we're recording, right?
Yeah?
Or you want to hear something really stupid?
By all means.
Oh, please,
Okay.
I hear stupid stuff all the time.
At one company that I used to work for, I was pretty much the entire web department, and this was for a web store. So I handled all of the email campaigns, all of the graphics, all of the interface, and also, by default, I was their tech support guy, even though I was just a Photoshop monkey. So they had me come in and see what you could do for this one secretary. She downloaded a virus on an email, she opened it up, see what you can do. And I'm looking up stuff online on how to do it, and it's saying it's a problem with Internet Explorer. We weaseled its way into there. So because I'm a Mac user, you can see where this is going. I'm thinking, oh, well, if it's that one program that's giving you a problem, just uninstall it and just install it again. Just like I do with Safari, or Opera, or anything like that. So I uninstall Internet Explorer, which is the whole background of the entire operating system. So I effectively decapitated her computer. So there you go.
Oh well.
And
No,
even more
told you I
reasons
didn't know what
why
I was
people
doing.
hate Internet Explorer.
What was that?
Even more reasons why people hate Internet Explorer.
Yeah, it was never a good browser.
I have straight up told people, after being dispatched onto a site to help someone with their fucked up computer, they say, "Oh, my hard drive crashed," or what, some other nonsense happened. You're like, "Okay, well, you know, open up your web browser." And they're like, "You mean Internet Explorer?" I'm like, "Okay, open up your web browser. Now go download an actual web browser." I've told people straight up, look, Internet Explorer is a flaming car wreck of a piece of software. Do not use it. Like, my bosses didn't like that very much, but they really couldn't argue with what I was saying.
Yeah.
How did you get here? Go away.
What operating system is Windows up to now? 10?
10.
10. And they say that they're not going to do any further, you know, major upgrades for quite a while. They're just going to kind of slowly upgrade 10. Like, just like Apple has been doing. With incremental upgrades. And that's fine by me. Because having to basically wipe out my computer every 5 years or whatever, just so I have the latest and maybe greatest, is not, you know, it's just a shitty situation. Especially since Microsoft has a terrible tendency for every like odd-numbered operating system they have to be crap. Or no, the odd-numbered ones are the good ones. Even-numbered ones are crap. Windows 10 is shockingly pretty damn good.
That's
Kind of the
because
opposite of Star Trek films.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the Star Trek films. That's because Windows 10 is technically Windows 9, but have I ever explained the reason why Windows 10 is named Windows 10?
I know the reason.
Why?
Because if it was called Windows 9, then a bunch of other older programs which look for Windows 95 or 98 would just see Windows 9 and assume it was that.
Really?
Yes.
That's
They just
weird.
skipped straight to 10. So,
God. Windows sucks.
well, whatever. I guess you could say the 8.1 was technically 9.
And that was the operating system nobody liked.
No, 8 was terrible.
I have 8 and it's terrible.
Every time I went out and like turned on someone's computer after fixing it and saw Windows 8 logo come on, I'm like, well, bye.
Well, you have.
I could not get out of there fast enough. 'Cause I knew if I had to use the damn thing, I'd start rattling off reasons why Windows 8 sucks, and yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go look this up.
Wait, what? How to beat this level, or?
Yeah.
But that's cheating. Oh, and March 8th, we're going to have an asteroid pass us by.
Oh, that's nice. We're
How
all gonna
close?
die.
3 million miles.
I mean, I guess in the cosmic sense that's pretty close, but I think we'll be okay.
Do we need to get Bruce Willis?
No, but there's a 1 in 250 million chance it could hit us in 2017.
Well, that's a higher chance than me winning the lottery.
Yeah. Asteroid 203 TX68.
Oh, what's this?
This is the thing about the asteroid.
I never gonna close my eyes. I don't want to miss a thing.
Don't ruin it.
Sorry.
In other news, we just got a Prius.
Oh, very nice. I'm waiting for my car to die. I'm hoping that holds off another couple years, so that by the time it does, I'll be able to just get a straight up electric vehicle, and not have to pay $70,000 for it.
We asked the guys at our garage, what do you think of the Prius? They said, oh, they ride like rocks. They're terrible.
Dude,
so I went for a test drive, and it was like driving on velvet.
Yeah, the Priuses are awesome. I remember a couple years ago, I fucked up my car, and it was in the shop for like a month. So while it was getting fixed, I had insurance, and they let me rent a car, and I went there, and they're like, you want to rent a Prius? And I'm like, fucking yeah, I want to rent a Prius!
Lucky. I had a Fiat when that happened to me.
Oh my god. The lady just kind of gave me the keys, walked me out to the car, and said, alright, bye, and I'm like, hold up there! You're not going anywhere. Like, because I glanced into the car, and I'm like, you need to sit down in this car and explain to me how to fly this starship first. Because there's literally like a billion buttons that do God knows what, and I didn't want to push the warp drive button accidentally or something.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out all the little bells and whistles my wife's
yeah.
got. So we're just trying to figure out how everything works, and she's fallen in love with this thing, but we're rapidly finding out why Prius drivers on the road always seem to be dicks.
Why?
Because there's very limited visibility out of the back. It's the hatchback kind, so you have very limited visibility. And the nose is so snub-nosed, you're not even sure how close you are to another car. So it looks like you're kind of creeping up, tailgating somebody, but it's just because your nose of the car is so short.
Right. The first week I was driving the thing, because, you know, my car is a Corolla, I was having the same damn problem, because, like, I was super nervous about driving it, first of all, because it was so expensive and it wasn't really my car.
Right.
And it was just, oh, it was a terrible experience, but, you know, eventually I did learn it, because you just do by nature. Until I was at a situation where I was at a store and had to get the trunk open somehow, and there was no switch on the front seat to open the trunk, and there was no physical lever on the trunk to open it. So I sat in the parking lot of Office Depot for 20 minutes trying to figure out how to open the trunk, and then I finally figured it was like a touch sensor on the underside.
Yeah, the touch sensor thing was pretty cool. The guys at the dealership didn't even know about it. Like those two little ridges that are on the handle?
Yeah. It's
rad.
rad.
They show that to them. They didn't even know that existed.
Right. It's rad, but again, I had no idea how to work it.
Oh,
and
you gotta be kidding me! How was that? How did I not see that the whole time?
What?
A jazz club. Live jams from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
How did I not find that before?
What, the jazz club?
That's where you learn how to play the trumpet.
And what do you need the trumpet for?
I need the trumpet to basically impress the scarecrow so I can go to the next level.
Video game logic.
Is this game just a series of, like, fetch quests all leading into each other?
No, I think it's
a jazz club. Live jams from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
So Cameron sent me a text.
Okay.
Basically, where Dan works, he's in the shoe department. His face when Dan was Damn Daniel, before Damn Daniel was a thing.
Okay.
No, that reminds me. Do you guys know about Grade A, Under A?
Yes.
Grade A who?
Grade A, Under A. He's a British fellow, Scottish fellow, who
he
rants online. Rants in a little, don't want to say animated, but stick figure rants on YouTube.
Okay.
He's very good. He's very entertaining, and he's been having trouble with reaction channels basically stealing his stuff with the fair use nonsense that's going on with YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he recently did a video about what was wrong with YouTube, and he mentioned a channel called, I think, Eric, the computer guy? I think that's the guy's name? And he was mentioning that he was pretty much driven off of YouTube due to the false copyright claims that are going around. They just hammered him so much, he just left for the most part. He still has his channel, but he left. And we cite him as an example of how YouTube is just so screwed up now.
It absolutely is screwed up.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to deny that.
Yeah, so out of curiosity, I looked up who this computer guy was, his channel, see what he had. And one of his recent videos was him talking about the Nostalgia Critic and Grade A Under A's Where's the Fair Use hashtag campaign that's going on. And he pretty much criticized it and said that it was silly, that people really didn't have a right to fair use for anything, that it's too nebulous a term, that you really shouldn't be able to use it, and that reaction channels do have the right to pretty much take your videos and monetize your videos.
The irony is astounding.
Say what?
I said the irony is astounding.
Oh my god, like, the last video, in the last video we did of Cabaret, I brought up the story about Ray William Johnson flagging videos he didn't own.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was, like, very bizarre that this guy who YouTube pretty much hammered into the dirt.
The great and powerful Wizard of Oz is back.
Oh, God.
This can't be good.
Yeah, he's just hammered into the dirt by YouTube, and here he is siding with YouTube. It was just weird and didn't make much sense. And that dinosaur has guns.
Bring the lightning inside, Vince. You must find the Zap Hat and find a way to bring down the fury of the storm onto yourself. It will work. Really.
Yes.
Ooh, that was close.
Yes, it was.
What does the hat do?
It shocks you. And then apparently it's supposed to also hurt the dinosaur.
Who's dead?
But they said you were dead! You must be double dead! Whoa, no!
Hey, buddy. Ow.
You just fall over.
Come here.
Someone's been drinking early.
No one's been drinking at all. The dog just jumped up on me.
I've been drinking.
What kind of dog?
She's a black lab.
I've been drinking
Oh,
water.
awesome.
Technically, she's a mutt. They said she's got a little bit of rot in her, but I don't see it.
Mutts are the best dogs. They're the hardiest. They live the longest. But labs are just awesome. They have so much personality.
Yeah, well, right now, for the past couple of months, because she's basically an irritating jackass teenager, her personality has been "Fuck you, Dad!" pretty much 24/7. She's almost a year old, though. Gonna be starting our advanced dog training in a couple of weeks. So hopefully she'll learn everything. I'm not really sure. We already did. We did the puppy training right when I got her, when she was like 4 months old. Then we did intermediate training a couple months back, which the puppy training teaches her basic commands: sit, stay, lie down, that sort of thing. But she was too damn stupid to learn how to lie down then. I had to do it on my own time. Intermediate training was more about like socialization and getting them to, walk in step with you, which unfortunately was difficult to reinforce because that was during the worst of winter, so going outside was like not happening. So couldn't really.
Here we go.
So I'm not sure what the hell advanced training is, but yeah, she's reasonably trained, I guess. She's still in
Next time, stay extinct. Say, what's that down there?
This is the second time I've seen a guy named Vince take on a dinosaur.
I'm not sure what you're referencing.
Jurassic
Afterlife was really short.
Lost World.
I kind of purged the Lost World from my memory.
Am I gonna die getting this power-up?
What just happened?
I got a power-up, apparently.
Hey, watch the equipment.
Sorry.
It's
I'm looking for a
Elvis!
friend of mine. Nice gal. Kinda wise-looking, bound head to foot.
Well, I might be able to help you, given a little incentive. You scratch my shell, I scratch yours. You know what I mean?
I hope not.
Tell you what, I'm working on a highly complex project here. Very advanced.
Wow, she let herself go.
Only a gifted inventor like me.
What are you talking about? That's how she looks in the game.
Oh, wait, you're right.
Building a balloon.
Yeah.
Looks like you need some cloth for the balloon, a propeller to steer it, and some gas for the burner.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy was literally born today. How does he know all this?
He's just infused with knowledge.
He goes bacon.
Did you bring me anything? Well, get cracking.
Okay, Elvis. Jeez.
How are you flying?
Left trigger.
I mean, what's the in-game excuse for the doll flying?
Magic.
Yeah, alright.
So apparently all these different areas lead to different parts we gotta get. Roachfort. You know what? I think we'll actually do more of Voodoo Vince. I'm liking this game.
It's a very organic game. I'm surprised this didn't catch on more.
Well, it was on the original Xbox, and there was a certain franchise that did way better than games like this.
Try to keep me alive
Poof.
this time.
I can see why Phil Spencer loves this game now.
And it really was a failure?
I don't know. I have to look that up. I don't think it was a failure. It just didn't become as much of a hit as like some other games. Because, let's be honest, people only got an Xbox for Halo.
Pretty much. We almost got ourselves an Xbox because we wanted to play Halo on it. But we went for the PS3 just because we wanted something that was more of a Blu-ray player.
I think, yeah, that's why I got my PS3, because I needed a Blu-ray player and everything else was expensive.
Yeah, we figured for the amount of money we'd be spending, we'd be able to play games on it, and there'd be a player, so...
And I really hate to admit this, but one of the first games I got for my PS3 was Sonic 06.
Is that game really as bad as everyone said it was?
Well, yeah.
Ooh.
Holy fiesta of torture!
Yes, it really is horrible. It's, at the very least, the worst Sonic game. But the worst part about Sonic 06 was that it had potential. Like, if it wasn't rushed or had any of its problems, it could have been a decent game.
That's the worst thing about any things like this. It had potential, but they just screwed the pooch and didn't get it to work. It's like there's a feeling of, oh, it's such a waste, why? All that effort put into this thing, and you only let it go that far, or you only pushed it this much.
If you're expecting any new Sonic the Hedgehog, anything to be good, you are living in a dream world.
The last one I played was the one that came with our Sega.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sonic 2, I think.
There you go. You should keep it that way.
Never played.
You should keep it that way, because most of the other stuff is just
I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not that big of a Sonic fan. I'm not even a fan of the originals. The only Sonic game I like is Sonic Adventure 2, and even there, that's mostly due to nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
And the only Sonic stuff that I liked was the only game that I ever played. It was Sonic 2 and the Sat AM show.
Which actually is pretty good. It's on Netflix, if anyone wants to watch that.
Nope, I'm just gonna keep my memories intact. Because, like, I'm not against revisiting shows from my childhood or whatever.
You just don't want to find out that your favorite show sucked.
Oh, that has happened multiple times, and it's just not fun.
That actually happened to me with Dragon Tales.
I remember that show.
I remember avoiding that show like the plague.
But something that still kind of holds up, the original Arthur episodes.
You know, I've never seen any of them.
Well, basically, okay, how do I explain this? There are some parts of Arthur that are just as good as some of the best moments of SpongeBob. Like old SpongeBob.
First season SpongeBob, that was good. After that, it just got stupid.
And not the good type of stupid.
No, not the good kind of stupid, and it kind of feels like it's, oh, you're still here? Oh, yeah, we haven't moved on to something else, you're still doing this?
Yeah, it's the Simpsons syndrome.
Yeah, Simpsons were good for part of oh god, what year was it? About a bit of 1994 is when I liked The Simpsons, and that was it. After that, I really couldn't watch it anymore. I don't know if Conan O'Brien was writing at the time. No, actually, no, he had his own show at the time, I think.
Well, I know he wrote for the first couple seasons, and then he left to do his own show.
Yeah.
And before that, he did Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm. Remember the 90s Conan O'Brien show just being freaking insane. But it was that kind of, that crazy humor that was great then. And The Simpsons kind of adopted that kind of humor then too. And then it started to get a little more preachy and more Family Guy-ish.
And then Family Guy stole that.
And not well.
That's actually something I wanted to avoid with Matt and Dusty. Like, if I was gonna put any morals, I was gonna have morals that made no sense.
Yes, exactly. The show's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to talk down to the audience or preach something or push a message.
You're not there to learn. You're there to be entertained.
Yes.
Well, truly good shows can do both. And without having any of the characters have to turn directly to the camera and speak the moral directly into the microphone.
Exactly.
Yeah, Family Guy is just it's preachy sometimes, really preachy, especially with the damn dog.
Which is actually Seth MacFarlane's real voice.
Yeah, I am just not a fan of him. He's not funny. And his live-action work is especially not funny. What was that, 100 Ways to Die in the West?
That was not good. I've never seen either of the Ted movies.
Neither have I. As soon as I heard McFarlane's voice, I'm like, okay, bye. And for that matter, I hated his version of Cosmos.
You didn't like Cosmos?
Cosmos was so horrible.
What are you talking about?
Carl Sagan's Cosmos is still the freaking best. I could
Yes,
watch that.
but you know what? Yeah, you're right. It is. But the Neil deGrasse Tyson one was also really good.
Time to piss off the internet. I hate Tyson.
Why? Why? There are several reasons why.
Okay.
I'm staying out of this.
Bitch fest about Pluto was just completely unnecessary.
Okay, he didn't make that ruling.
No, but he set the ball rolling on that, and it was completely
You know what? Science evolves, and our understanding and definition of what a planet is can also evolve. It's all right to reclassify stuff based on new knowledge.
Oh, I don't mind that. I just would have included also, was it Vesta and Ceres as planets also? Which I don't even know why Ceres isn't included as a planet.
Dr. Ethel.
Isn't Ceres a moon? Maybe that's why.
No, it's the largest asteroid in the asteroid belt, but its gravity was able to compress it into a sphere.
Okay, but a planet isn't about shape. It's about size. It's obvious.
That's actually one of the 3 criteria they use to determine what a planet is, whether or not it's crushed into a sphere.
Okay, but just because it's a spherical asteroid doesn't make it a candidate for a planet.
I think the 3 qualifications that the International Astronomical Union came out with were whether either the body its gravitational mass can compress its shape into a sphere, whether its central focus of orbit is the sun, and whether it's cleared its orbit of debris.
Well, then Ceres can't, because it's an asteroid in an asteroid field.
Yeah, but then technically Earth couldn't, because we haven't cleared our orbit completely. That's why we keep getting
Our orbit is reasonably clear.
Except that all life gets wiped out every so often.
Okay, but hey, guess what? That can happen to literally anything. By that logic, nothing can ever be a planet because shit will get hit all the time.
Yeah, so it's a silly ruling. I mean, why couldn't you just have a planet that's surrounded by junk?
Alright. Besides the planet thing, what are your other reasons for disliking Tyson? There has to be something more than this semantics issue.
Well, what he did with Cosmos.
What did he do that was so bad? What were the crimes of Cosmos?
the crimes of Cosmos. New on PBS.
We're taking him to science court, apparently. I am sorry, I've been playing video games this whole time.
Welcome to science court!
The dog bark was perfectly timed with that.
Sokka does not like it when I sing or dance.
When I watched the original Cosmos, it was like a quiet elegance to it.
Okay.
It held your interest, but didn't need goofy animations, didn't need sci-fi special effects. It was Sagan, his turtleneck, and an apple.
Okay.
And it explained like how multiple dimensions worked, and it was simple, and it worked, and it held your attention. With Tyson, it was all hoard up, and just all the special effects and lasers and spaceships.
So, okay, you know what? I think we should be happy that Cosmos happened and may continue to happen, because having a primetime show based on scientific facts and educating people about how the universe actually works is a good thing.
Well, I'm all for that. It's just,
I mean, if you didn't like the presentation, I mean, that's okay. Then that's then you can at least argue someone on that. But you can't blame that on Tyson. He was not
a jerk.
What?
Of course I can. I'm a jerk.
Okay, you'd be wrong, but I mean, there's no rule. There's nothing in the Constitution that says you were allowed to not be wrong.
Also, Mason, I'm kind of a jerk too.
Well, I knew that before, but whatever.
I do this on YouTube sometimes too. I just go on and just pop out one comment and just watch the giant chain of what the hell did they just say? Oh my god! And people fight
don't worry,
with each other.
nobody comments on these videos. You're probably fine.
It's like throwing a pebble into a bucket of crabs.
No, I can't come to bed. Someone is wrong on the internet.
Oh no! Somebody arrest him, please!
I need a safe space.
Everyone loves me and agrees with me in my safe space. My god, that fucking episode of South Park was probably one of the funniest in a long time.
You want to talk about stuff that's worn out its welcome? You can talk about, we can talk about South Park and how much of a shit show that's become.
We haven't really watched much South Park recently. I think the last one we saw was when they introduced the new gym teacher.
Look, I watched that show when I was like in junior high and when I was in high school when I was a dumb teenager. But eventually the thing got so up its own ass, it may as well have been a fucking Kingdom Hearts game.
Okay, you want to talk about pissing off the internet? That right there.
This is not an opinion, this is a fact!
Wait, the microaggression guy, the
Yes,
looks like a bodybuilder.
Yes, the guy who gets triggered very easily.
Yeah, the episode where they first introduce him, and it just kind of ends with the bad guy winning and nothing really good happening. And after the episode was over, me and my wife looked at each other and like, what did we just see? Was this supposed to be funny? Why are we watching this?
It's because they bring him back for multiple episodes.
Does he get his ass kicked at some point?
He's basically there as a punching bag for PC culture.
Huh.
That's the reason why they introduced him. It was basically their way of poking fun of, like, all the stupid stuff the PC police have been doing.
Yeah, that shit's just gotten way out. I'm a dog, I don't understand shushing. I love it when they talk to you like that.
Yeah, I wish I could understand her, so I could know what the hell is pissing her off so much. Hey!
Mason's dog not wave.
No.
I think the dog is criticizing how you're playing the game. Hit the D-pad, hit the D-pad.
I don't know if you've ever... Mason, you could probably agree with me on this, but up until, like, the Xbox One, Xbox controllers have always had horrible D-pads.
Just the way they're built?
Like, how do I explain this? It doesn't even feel like a D-pad. It feels more like a disc. Like, the D-pad itself is like one big button. Instead of like... It's a plus, but it... Look up an Xbox controller and you'll see what I mean. Because it's more of a thing that slides around, and whenever people talk about, like, the Xbox 360 controller, they always bring up the one flaw with that controller is the D-pad, but everything else is perfect.
Right.
Nintendo got it right from the NES. Sony started to get... Sony did their best with the PlayStation, and they eventually got it perfect with the PS4. It took Xbox until the Xbox One to come up with a D-pad that doesn't suck.
Good job, Vince. The wheels are turning.
Now the wheels in my head have been turning since I looked at that loony old man.
This must
Okay, is that from Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh, please don't tell me you hate Beauty and the Beast too.
No, I'm just surprised that I got that. I've only seen the movie once, and that was a long goddamn time ago.
Seriously?
Yeah, I saw it when it first came out. That's the only time I've ever seen the movie.
I'm sorry, did I miss something? I was getting the dog back under control.
Yeah,
it's definitely
it's probably one of the best. I would say it's one of the top 5 Disney movies, maybe even top 3. And as soon as I say that, I die. This game doesn't like Beauty and the Beast.
Yay for drowning.
This game is wrong.
Well, that's interesting.
How does that not count?
It's got all the platforming skills of Ultima 9.
That's ridiculous.
What?
I found someone who basically re-recorded the Star Wars Imperial March, but in a major key. So instead of sounding like, you know, yeah, instead of sounding like Skeletor's funeral march, it sounds like music to a JRPG or something.
Really?
Would you like to play that for us?
Yeah.
That was a meme for a while. People taking songs and just changing it to like one setting higher or one setting lower, like just to swap out the notes. And it completely changes the whole feel of the song.
How generic it sounds.
That's awesome.
That's fucking rad!
I can't get over it how generic that sounds. Like, in a major key, that sounds kind of generic. I think it only became iconic because it was in a minor key.
That's fair, but that's still pretty damn cool.
They did that sort of thing.
Voodoo power unlocked. I can make people poop, essentially.
Hold on. Now someone did the main Star Wars theme in a minor key.
Uh-oh.
Okay, what's this sound like?
Uh-oh. Let's find out. Hold on. Yes, that's the point.
That would have actually worked better for episode 3.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds kind of badass, and it sounded like something I would hear in Star Fox.
Yeah. That wasn't bad.
Well, the major key Imperial March is called Vader's Redemption.
Nice.
I mean, that's super weird because those songs are just so embedded into my very soul that hearing a different version of them is just...
It's like hearing it for the first time all over again.
It is literally... it's threatening to tear my brain in twain.
In twain?
Twain.
Twain.
Yep.
Twing! Shmahoyo actually did a bunch of pop songs and they switched minor and major keys and it sounds pretty fun. Especially
like, I don't know how music works. I don't know how keys work or whatever. I just know that this sounds like way happier.
Look up Shmahoyo happy sad songs.
Oh yeah, they took the song Happy, right?
Yeah, they took the song Happy and they made it sad.
Yeah, that one was pretty weird.
They also took Radioactive and they turned it into a pretty upbeat, like, folksy song.
Yeah, that one I'd love to get a copy of.
They did a full version of that.
Oh, cool.
I'd pull it up, but my CPU is already being taxed a lot.
Yeah, as the wording is indicating.
Yeah, viewers, you can't see this, but trust me, it's there. And that was close. Very close. James close.
So what are you looking for now?
I have no idea. Is it something in here?
The Central Arena.
Wow, that took me back to the beginning.
Did you just go in a complete circle?
Yes.
Pretty cool platforming there.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, nice, just dropped right down into it.
Okay, so apparently what I did is that I did go full... Oh, so I did go in a circle. No!
You died.
Dead. The afterlife was really short.
Okay, that one was funny.
That's a good line. It's amazing how water always kills a character.
I mean, look at Sonic. Sonic.
Oh god, that reminds me, I haven't finished the Sonic Chew series.
Oh my god, like, I remember the first time I showed you that.
I think I got halfway through it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's kind of hard to look at. Oh.
We're almost...
Especially when they got to the dating part.
Oh my god, you're at that part?
Yeah, I had gotten past that part, I think.
Like,
They stalked the guy.
like, what? Because there's actually a lot of dating talk. What point? Like, what point are you at? Are you at, like, the point where he talks about his life, or the part where they're at the college?
I think the last thing I remember from watching the series was when he made a bunch of amulets out of clay.
Oh my god, that, I think I know what you're talking about.
And he shows off these things, and he's very proud of them, but they're clearly made by someone with a child's skill level of sculpting.
That's Christian!
Yeah, and like, I don't begrudge the guy for doing it. I mean, you know, if he's proud of it, he's proud of it. I'm just glad that there was no internet around when I was a little kid, so I could show the world the little crappy pieces of artwork that I was doing back then.
This man is like 30.
Yeah, well, and I know plenty of people who are even older than me who can draw or sculpt at that level, and they're just amazed that they're able to do it. But his stuff is kind of
Sucks.
don't share it.
Yeah.
Like that'll be your little thing that you'll keep in a folder, and you'll look back on it one day and go, "Oh wow, my skills were that bad." Thank God I developed further.
Except this guy has never improved. Because the last full comic Christian did was in 2010, and it looks basically the same as it does skill level wise.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he kind of researched anything or tried to teach himself any new skills or learn any new tools. He just kept doing them the same way he was already doing them. It's like, I wonder whatever happened to the guy, if he ever got any better. Like, if he, educated himself with some new software or new drawing lessons or something. But it is funny and entertaining to watch the guys revolt art.
Want to know the worst part about it? If you look at the comic pages themselves, they clearly... the words were clearly inserted digitally.
Yeah. So he was using a computer to do this, and he knows how to use a computer.
Yes,
he just wasn't using it well.
Yes.
And one side of me wants to just laugh at this, like, look at this guy, that's so stupid. But there's another part of me that says, yeah, remember when you drew that bad? Yeah, yeah.
My old lab. I'd forgotten all about this place. Look over there.
But still, it's bloody hilarious, isn't it? These guys tear him apart. Just for the cringe humor of it all.
Yes.
And I'm all for cringe humor.
Oh, good. So that's probably another reason why I love cringe humor too. That's why Spaghetti Theater is all about cringe.
Yeah, well, here we had Opie and Anthony, so that's nothing but cringe humor. This show was all about laughing at abortions and cancer patients, so...
I think there's a fine line between humor meant to be tasteless and just being a massive douchebag.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of mean humor. But it was mean humor to the extent where it was almost like watching a Three Stooges bit where they're just hitting a guy with ever-increasing sized mouths, one after the other, where it's just ridiculous and highly abusive after a while.
Right, but the difference is those guys were in on the joke.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody is gonna look at some of the Neon Cabaret bits we've done as a whole and say, I think those guys are retarded.
How would that be any different than my everyday life?
Because you have Jake talking about sitting on his hand and then using that to jack off with.
Oh god.
I don't think you've seen that clip. Have you seen that clip?
No.
Okay, after this, I'll send it to you, but basically in the first Katamari, when we did the original Katamari game, he basically told me about the stranger.
Oh yeah, that was something I talked about on Opie and Anthony multiple times.
And basically, this was something so stupid, I had to bring Mason in to kind of be the third guy to bring sense to all of it.
I mean, don't look at me as the bastion of, what's the word? Sanity, because I'm not.
None of us, I don't think any of us can claim to be.
No, sanity is overrated.
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I can't even put it down?
These things don't like touching the ground.
That reminds me, have you ever seen Mythbusters for the Impatient?
No, what the hell is that?
That's just like... It's a YouTube channel where someone took episodes of the Mythbusters, they don't have many, like 4 or 5, and they edit out all the superfluous stuff, where it's just the setup of the premise of the episode, the preliminary build of the model, and then right to the final experiment.
And then the explosions.
Yes,
okay, and you know what?
Straight to the explosions destruction.
That seems pointless because the whole point of that show
is the journey.
Yeah, it's the journey and watching the incredibly smart and clever solutions they come up with and how they, how they come to those conclusions. It's not, if you just want to watch, hey, I have an idea, here's an explosion, kabow, there are plenty of YouTube channels for that.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like going to Snopes' page, and instead of just reading the whole article, you just check to see if it's a red or green dot next to the myth.
Yeah.
See, true? No. Okay, next. You gonna read the story? Nah.
I'm gonna miss Mythbusters.
Oh, they're finally going off?
You didn't hear about that? This is their last season. I believe
I haven't followed up with them in so goddamn long. Because we don't have so.
Well, a couple you can still download the episodes, whatever. A couple of years ago, it just went back to being just Adam and Jamie doing it.
No interns?
No, yeah. Corey Grant and Carrie went and got their own stuff to do. So. But I mean, you know what? There is a purity to it. And like some of the stuff they've been doing for their last season has been just some of the craziest nonsense I have ever seen.
You could say they're going out with a bang.
Get the fuck out of here.
Didn't Grant, isn't he working on that new Star Trek series?
I think he might be.
Like he's playing Sulu, isn't he?
Okay. I believe he may have been playing a small part in some kind of fan movie or something.
Yeah, there was a continuation of the original series with some not really great replacements.
This I did not hear about.
That's called Star Trek New Adventures or Next Frontier or something like that, New Frontiers. And it's pretty much the seasons of Star Trek, the original 60s Star Trek, that would have happened had they not been canceled. They even got some of the original actors, like some of the bit actors who were in the original show, to come back to reprise their roles. Which is pretty cool. I thought that Grant was playing Sulu, or at least I saw him playing Sulu in that or another fan film, I'm not sure.
I believe they may have done a couple of Star Trek episodes or myths on Mythbusters and may have put him in the Sulu role for those, and that may be what you saw.
Yeah, they did the canon that Kirk built. Remember that one?
Yeah, which
that didn't go well.
Didn't work at all.
No.
Well, it's almost like A space captain fighting an alien lizard on a desert planet is not a bastion of scientific progress. Who would have thought?
It's weird, isn't it? That is so weird. You mean television isn't true?
Next, you get to tell me that people tell lies on the internet.
Oh, heaven forbid.
As we all know, everything on the internet is true. Dogs eventually evolve into cats.
And there are a lot of very needy princes in Nigeria who need our help.
Indeed.
Anybody who falls for the Nigerian prince thing deserves to have their money taken away.
So as an IT guy, what is the weirdest IT story you've ever had to encounter?
The weirdest or the stupidest?
Both.
Let's go for weird. What's the weirdest thing? Just where you're looking at the issue and you just have to do a triple take because it's just so bizarre you're not even sure what you're looking at.
Okay. So, I used to do a job where I got a bunch of Dell assignments to run out to businesses and homes of people who had Dell computers because those computers needed to have parts replaced, like new screen, new motherboard, new hard drive.
Lit on fire.
So, stuff like that, stuff where the part had just failed and, Dell, they had their warranty, so it's like, all right, we're going to send out a tech to replace your busted-ass motherboard or whatever.
Okay,
right.
So,
stick with the elevator.
so Dell owns Alienware, and every time I would go out to fix an Alienware computer, or rather, more specifically, to replace the motherboard in an Alienware computer, it would fail 100% of the time. And I would tell people before, I'm like, okay, I have the new motherboard in this box, but before I do it, I'm just going to let you know this is not going to work. Telling you right now, this won't work.
Because it's a Dell.
But we're going to do it. But you know what? We're going to do it anyway. If you want me to, I will do it anyway. But I'm telling you right now, this is not going to work. They're like, well, the computer's already busted, so might as well try. So I would take out their old motherboard, put in the new one, and it was always a pain in the ass because a lot of these Alienwares were all built in stupid ways or just very small, so it was very difficult to get anything.
My last 2 laptops were Dells. I know how much they suck.
I never really had. You know what? I never really had a problem with the laptops, but all the Alienware desktops. So I would take out the old motherboard, put in the new one, and turn it on, and it would sound like it was working, but I got exactly no video output on the video card. Or the other video card. Or directly hooked into the motherboard. Or anything.
Oh god, what is this?
It was terrible. Because it worked the first time I turned it on, but then, after it goes into the BIOS and I set up the BIOS and enter the proper code, the next time it boots, it just refuses to display anything. It was...
It's become self-aware.
I swear, it must have. It must have become self-aware. Because this happened like 5 times before I just said, okay, I'm not doing it anymore. If I have a call for an Alienware and it's a motherboard replacement, I'm just going to call Dell before I go out there. And tell them, okay, you're going to need to call these people and say, yeah, okay, you're going to need to send your computer in. Because me going out to some faraway place to have this person get mad at me is pointless.
Yeah, you're just going to waste your gas and have to hear the guys scream at you.
Right, exactly.
Did you ever find out why?
Nope.
It's just not working?
It's not. It was never my business to. It was not Dell's, prerogative to contact me and say, "Here's why shit's fucked up." They don't owe me any answers. I was simply one of the techs.
Never had luck with them. I never trusted them.
See, they were like 90% of the stuff I fixed during doing that job was replacing hard drives, or replacing screens, or replacing motherboards. And most of the time, look, those service calls were real easy, took like less than an hour. But, you know, the Alienwares were complete, were just, alright, better clear my schedule.
Okay, so what's the strangest story?
Well, that was the strangest story. The stupidest thing.
That was close.
Go on.
No, I think you almost said something.
Okay, I said the stupidest was back years and years ago. Back in 2011, I worked at a Samsung call center doing tech support, and it was doing tech support on their laptops and tablets and printers. And so we would get people calling in all the time saying, "Hey, so my laptop's hard drive died, and I sent it into you guys, and you sent it back with a new hard drive, but I turn it on and there's nothing on the hard drive, like not even an operating system." And I said, "Okay, well just use the restore CD that came with the laptop." They're like, "I didn't get a restore CD with the laptop." And I was just like, "What?"
I didn't get one with my last laptop either.
So, apparently, I did not realize it at the time, I know now, but, apparently, modern laptops do not have restore CDs, they have restore partitions on the hard drive. So if anything bad happens, you just, open up the Samsung restore module or whatever, it pulls from that partition, restores it to factory settings, you're golden. Problem is, if your hard drive itself fails on a hardware level, the hard drive they replace it with is not imaged. It has nothing on it. So, am I supposed to tell these people, well, I guess you just gotta go buy a copy of Windows, which is stupid. They already owned a copy of Windows for their laptop. So I would go to my supervisors and say, what the fuck is this? And my supervisor would be like, look, we don't do anything like that, I'm sorry. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll tell them that, and then these people will keep calling, because, you know, their hard drives are going to keep failing, because that's just what hard drives do, and so we're just burying our heads in the sand here, huh? So, that went on.
You gotta give them something.
That went on for literally months.
Ugh.
Finally! And every time, but I told my supervisor, every time it happens, I'm going to come up to you and tell you this is happening. Every single time. Because if I have to deal with this bullshit, then you, who are a higher up and may have some kind of connection or ability to get this fixed in some way, you also have to handle this. I told him, I marked down every time. There were dozens of calls that just I got. Finally, months later, I heard that we finally implemented a fix for this in the most asinine way possible. So, now when someone calls in and says, I sent in my laptop for a hard drive replacement because the hard drive died, and there's nothing on it, we actually could give them a CD that would restore their computer to factory settings, including putting a partition on the hard drive that would restore it in the future.
It only took how long for him to get to that point?
It wasn't. It took months. It took like 3 months. But I could not offer them the disc.
What?
What?
The only way, according to the rules, which I immediately disregarded, according to the rules, if someone calls in and actually says the words, is there a restore CD? Is there a restore disc? If they physically ask directly for a disc, then I can have one shipped to them. But I am not allowed to acknowledge that the disc even exists unless they say so first.
Why? Were they afraid that it would just cost too much to provide?
Yes! It was all about money. And I'm like, sir? That's a bunch of bullshit? I'm not doing that. I'm going to make sure that the people who call in and get me get a restore disc because it isn't their fault, and holding their computers for ransom is not okay. And I just did that. People would call in, I'm like, well, lucky you, we now can send you out a disc. And I would, you know, put in the order to have to have a disc sent out to them for no cost to them, so that their computer that they paid money for could start working again.
And how much did these discs cost?
It didn't cost a damn thing. They probably cost like a quarter.
Oh.
These are just restore discs with the basic software and operating system that's usually on the laptop when you buy it. Just alright, this, and odds are these discs already existed before people started complaining about it, because it was probably just like the software that was on the laptop already that restored it.
Yeah, it's not like you're getting a copy of Mac OS where you have to pay a lot of money for it. This is Windows.
Hey,
but
guys,
also,
can I say words on this recording too?
Yes.
I'm just letting you guys go, because I don't have to talk. I can just sit here and play the game. I'm having fun. How are you guys doing?
Woo! Look, anytime I get to rant and rave about how stupid my old bosses were is a good time to me.
Hey, I hear you. I've had bosses like that too. My last boss was like that too. He always wasted money, and he tanked the company because he went on too many vacations to Florida.
I worked at CompUSA right before they went under. I got a front row seat.
I remember them.
I got a front row seat to how not to run a business.
Yeah, how did they fail?
Well, I can't say for sure how the whole company failed, but
there used to be a CompUSA near us.
If it still exists, then it's one of the ones that's owned by Tiger Direct. Tiger Direct bought the company after it went bankrupt and kept a few stores open. But I can tell, I can't tell you exactly why the company went under, but I can give you a couple reasons why I would think of that it would go under. First of all, if you're working at the store and it's really fucking hot outside, and you're sweating like a pig, there is no air conditioning for you. Okay, what? There was air conditioning, but the air conditioning module, like the thermostat, was behind a locked chamber, and hold on, only the district manager had the key. Mm-hmm. And you could only get the temperature changed if you were to call up the district, and they could remotely change it. But no one in the store had any actual control.
We had one that was just on the wall but had the lockbox around it. You had to ask the boss for the key in order to change it. But he liked everything as hot as the sun, so he wouldn't change it.
Yeah, so as a result, everybody in the store was kind of ornery, because everybody in the store was fucking sweating and miserable. And nobody could do anything about it. Also, the general manager at that store was a humongous prick.
There's always one. There's always one person at the workplace who has to make it unbearable for everyone else.
Yeah, that's fair. I have no idea what the hell things are going to be like at this new job I got started next week, but it can't possibly be worse than some of the shit I've already dealt with. At least this time I'm not filling out, support tickets. I'm actually on the receiving end of the tickets.
Right.
Which is something I've wanted to do for quite a while.
Yeah, at least you're doing what you like.
I would be doing the world at large a disservice if I were to go about doing something that I did not have passion in.
Yeah. It does show
90% of my deaths, almost all of my deaths so far have been through falling into water or falling into bottomless pits or...
That's how platformers work.
I know, it's just that...
It'd be nice if it was something else trying to kill you other than gravity.
Right. At least it starts me off on the same level I left off on. That's good.
Yeah, it's nice that it doesn't have some kind of idiotic rudimentary lives system.
At least it gives you more than just 3 lives.
It gave me 3 lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After 1, it doesn't give you any more.
I smell tacos.
I smell tacos.
The wah 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 sound doesn't help either.
I pressed A!
You didn't press it hard enough. You didn't want it enough.
Oh, that's apparently how peace works, apparently. We didn't want peace hard enough. That's why we don't have world peace.
Ah.
It's Superman and the quest for peace logic.
Did I have the misfortune of seeing that in the theaters when that came out? I think I did.
Oh, God.
As a stupid kid watching that movie, even then I recall not believing how stupid it was.
Like laughably stupid or cringely stupid?
Cringing stupidity. Just too many what the hell moments of why does he have a costume and he's just bored? Why is his hair blowing around in space? How is this fight on the moon happening? What the hell is going on? Why did they make this movie?
What the hell is going on?
Why would any nation in the world allow Superman to just take their weapons?
Well, I mean, he's Superman.
I think
Are you gonna try and stop him?
Damn it!
You fall again?
Yeah.
I think each time you fall, you should be swearing in Dusty's voice.
Well, sadly, sadly, the real me is different from Dusty. Imagine that. I don't go around telling people about my dick in real life.
Could you imagine a Dusty who never discovered the internet and turns out he's just a straight-laced, polite person?
I still think Dusty would be an asshole.
Universe version of him.
Well, the thing is, I still think Dusty would be an asshole even without the internet.
He would just be doing it through mail?
He'd probably just find, like, the equivalent of Matt at the time. Because I've actually had ideas for, like, episodes of Matt and Dusty where it takes place in other time eras.
That's a cool idea.
For example, there was going to be an episode that was going to be animated like the old Flesher cartoons, like the old Popeye and Betty Boop stuff.
Oh god. Or like the Rocky and Bullwinkle ones?
Well, that's already the style of the show.
True.
Actually, it was inspired by some more Hanna-Barbera than anything. The whole idea behind the style of the show was that... Am I supposed to go over there?
You got me.
the whole idea behind the style of the show was basically to make it so that I didn't have to put too much effort into it, because at the time, I was in high school and getting very early into college.
Right.
But a couple years down the road, that kind of bit me in the ass, as now I want the show to look awesome, and I can't do that because of the way it's made. Part of the reason why I stopped making it and have decided to go to a whole new way of making things.
The Flash thing, you mean?
Yeah. I should mention that I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just following gamers' intuition.
Welcome to every day of my life.
Artist's intuition?
No, I just have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. That's pretty much how Matt and Dusty worked as well. Okay, so I'm not supposed to go on the propeller. Awesome.
Okay. Are you supposed to just get past it?
No, we need that for the hot air balloon, or whatever.
Oh, she wants you to take it off?
Yes, yes, Alphys wants me to take it off. That came out really wrong.
Yes. Is there something you throw at the thing holding the propeller on that breaks it off?
Oh, it's moving slower. No!
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Try to keep me alive this time.
Try to keep me alive this time? Not seeing any obvious switches or buttons to detach it with, or even a weapon to knock it off with.
That's because it's there.
Oh wait, Wrecking Ball? Okay, you've just earned the power of Wrecking Balls. I mean, you have to, like, run up and hit it?
Well, no, I have no idea if these powers are even relevant. Whoa.
Did that just throw you all the way back to the beginning?
Yes, yes it did.
Ugh. And dead.
Yeah. And now I have to do all that all over again.
Checkpoints are for wimps.
Dark Souls in a nutshell.
Was there a problem with Dark Souls with the hitbox detection?
I'm not sure. Because I've only played Dark Souls, like, straight once. And I got past the tutorial level. If I do end up doing Dark Souls on this channel, it's probably going to be the PC version.
I'm still here.
I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I'm starting to believe that this guy was based off of Vince Vaughn. I can't confirm this, but they named him Vince, and he acts a lot like Vince Vaughn characters. At least
it's a common name.
Well, how many celebrities can you think of that are named Vince?
Vincent Price, Vincent D'Onofrio.
But not Vincent, just Vince.
Let's see, Voodoo Vince. Let's look up the information on this weirdness. Let's see.
You know, I think I'm just gonna call it a night, because I'm starting to get pissed off on this. What do you guys say?
Rage
sounds
quit.
good.
Alright.
This game got a critic rating of 73 out of 100.
Sounds about right.
After what I just played, yeah.
Basically a B- game.
This game is very, very hard, but I like it.
That's how I describe some of the levels of War for Cybertron.
I much preferred Fall of Cybertron.
Good game, really good game.
It was just fun.
Yeah.
The part where you get to take control of Metroplex and literally smash Megatron into the fucking dirt.
Yes.
That was awesome.
I have played neither.
Oh my god, you need to, you know what? War for Cybertron is basically a cover shooter. Fall is, it's really fucking good. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because every time you play as Megatron and you have to pick up like health points or something like that, they have the actor saying, "I shouldn't have to do this."
Just, you know what? Whatever. Just like surrounding yourself in like Transformers nostalgia is pretty fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Especially that new G1 game that just came out.
Yeah, Devastation is just, oh my god, it looks exactly like what we always imagined it looked like when we were kids.
And
Yes.
it's developed by Platinum too.
Platinum, makers of
Awesome
goddamn
games.
brilliant games, and now they're working on a Ninja Turtles game, which is gonna be fucking rad.
And they're also working on Scalebound for Xbox One, and you bet your ass I'm picking that up.
In 2017.
Wait, they delayed it?
Yeah,
Aw, shit.
sorry. I'm still hoping that they re-release Vanquish on the PC. That game was bananas!
It was insane. Like, I think I only got to, like, the 7th level, but it was, like, absolute bonkers.
Like, I cannot play that game on a controller. Can't be done. It's too fucking crazy. But, give me a mouse? Yeah. Aw. Platinum games are so good.
The only bad game I can think of that was made by Platinum was possibly the Korra game.
Yeah, that was definitely their weakest, but I really wish they would get another chance at that license. God damn it, because the Transformers game was so fucking great. Like, obviously maybe the budget was too small, maybe the scope was just out of hand, but god damn it, that they need another shot.
You say Korra game, you mean Korra is in the Avatar?
Yes.
Didn't even know they made a game out of that.
You know what? If you can find it for cheap, it's not bad. It's not great, but it ain't bad.
Is it better than the show?
No.
Oh.
But the show was great, so whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna piss off the internet now. I'm not that big of a fan of Avatar.
I like the first series, not so much the Korra one.
Did you watch the whole thing all the way through? All 4 seasons?
Yeah, it just kind of left me feeling flat. I didn't really feel as coherent as the first one. Like, the first one had a goal and kept going towards it. The Korra one was very disjointed to me.
I mean, that's fair.
I was talking about the first one as well.
The first one was, look, the first one was lightning in a bottle. They were never going to recapture that.
Yeah.
But but you know what? That's okay. It took, I mean, it took them a while to find their footing with Korra, but I think, you know what? I think they ended it in a really strong way. And hopefully...
Korra always came off as a caveman.
Huh?
Korra always came off as kind of like a caveman to me.
Well, yeah. She had to.
Be smash.
Yeah, she had to. Because we can't have another pacifist. It had to be different.
So, guys, any comments on Voodoo Vince before we sign off?
It seems like a pretty solid game.
With what little we talked about it.
I'd say it would be one of those games that would be cool to see them revisit and remake.
I would, like, honestly, I would be interested in seeing them, like, re-release it on Xbox One, because I don't think they ever re-release it again, not even as, like, a Xbox original.
I don't see how it would hurt if they did. It'd be extra income, and it's a fun platformer.
Well, yeah, maybe the rights are all screwed up.
Well, it's an Xbox exclusive. It was
okay. It was published by Microsoft Studios, so it can't be that difficult. But
it can't be that difficult. Like I imagine that Microsoft owns the rights. It should be easy to re-release somehow. I mean, it's Phil Spencer's favorite game. Maybe he'll find a way to bring it.
Well, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Light things on fire?
I mean, go ahead. There's no one here to stop you.
When in doubt, kids, remember, there's always arson.
Arson, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Do not involve us in any legal cases that might bring up.
Remember,
I'm not a lawyer.
You know what to do.
I'm so proud of you. Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Alright.
Check you later.
On behalf of Neon Cabaret, this has been The American Slacker.
GreyofPTA.
And Mason.
Later.
Good night.